today. So where am I? I'm on the east coast of the United Kingdom in a place called Bridlington, because I've been looking over the internet and I've been attracted to these travel drones that you see everywhere. Now, I'm not talking about the really expensive ones like the Mavic Air and the Mavic Pro. There's a lot of cheaper ones out there. So I thought I'd get hold of a couple and bring them here to Bridlington, sunny tropical Bridlington. And this is not going to be a video about reviewing the two drones that I've brought down. Come here. So I'll just sort of bring a couple of these drones down, put them through the paces and see what limitations there are versus what actual use they have, and whether you should go out and buy a drone as part of your vlogging. I mean, it's very good to have this thing kind of just sat here and you're talking to it, and then you can send it up and do the kind of panoramic views. Do I get the aerial shots that I kind of think I want? So are they any good? Is there any point to them, or are they just kind of a gimmick? So hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe and let's see if these travel drones travel. Here on the beach, I'm on the other side of Bridlington now by the spa. I've just taken all the beginner's controls off my drone and sent it, well, right up there. See it? And I've just got it hovering away. It's just kind of lined up on there. This is the SJRC Z5 drone. And I'm not even flying it. It's been an absolute gorgeous week here at Bridlington, but it has been windy. Wind has been blowing anywhere between 5 to 15 knots. It has had an effect on filming, but not so much, nowhere near as what I've expected, because I kind of thought that the drone would just kind of get blown across the sky. One thing I am going to mention is the drone that I brought down with me, which is the SJRC Z5. It's a very cheap and cheerful, in its box, ready to go drone. And what attracted me to this was travelling. So with travel vlogging, do I really want to be taking a really expensive drone with me travel vlogging, or do I want to take something cheaper where if it gets broke, if it gets stolen, or it drops into the sea behind me there, it's not a real deal breaker. So with that, you have to make some kind of cutbacks on things. One's video quality. Yes, it's not brilliant. There are parts of the video that's overexposed, it's choppy, doesn't do so well in low light, that kind of stuff. But my main purpose here was to come and bring this little drone down to Bridlington, where it is always windy, The weather is always kind of, well, having said that, the last week's been really nice, but it's a bit cloudy today, but it's warm. So, and take this out and give it a really good go filming and see if it's got any use whatsoever as a vlogging camera. Now on YouTube, there's lots of videos with pretty people that get these selfie drones and they get them out of the backpack or they get them out of the box and they put it onto the hand and they blow and it takes off and then follows them around like the best friend. I think that's a complete load of rubbish myself. To use a drone for travel vlogging, you've got to look at it from a different angle and have a different kind of view on what you can do with this. You can't really vlog with it. For a start, there's no microphone on it, so you're not going to get any sound. Even if there were a microphone, then the rotors are going to have a problem with it. Because this isn't a gimbal drone. So everything that you, every movement this thing makes, picks up on the video. So if you was going to vlog with it just sitting in front of you like so, you're going to have to start looking at other technology like a lavalier microphone system, that kind of stuff, to record your voice. So for vlogging, it's not really any good. But as part of your vlogging cameras for special effects and special video effects, these things are fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Because you can do the aerial shots. You can do the pulling away shots, the coming in shots, the taking it out across the sea shots, that kind of stuff. So this is performed exceedingly well. But there are limitations with it, and the limitations are quite, you've got to be aware of them. Number one is when way these things are marketed is you take them out of the box, chuck them up into the air, you can fly it anywhere. People don't like drones. There's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of suspicion out there. There's a lot of countries that don't even allow you to bring drones into their part of the world. So you are limited what you can do with this. And equally when you're filming, I mean it's easy on this beach because you've got a massive expansive area and very few people. However, one other thing is to be aware that when you're flying, your flying environment, your flying airspace can change because people, dogs, cars, vehicles, anything will move into it, and they've got kind of the right of way. So you can be on a beach filming away with all this kind of expanse, and then a family will plonk itself right here and they're oblivious to it, kind of stuff. I've had a few odds and ends with pairing this drone. I think I've got that sorted now. But one good thing, if you are going to buy a drone for video vlogging, and as I say, this is the Z5, it could be any drone, is to make sure that the drone writes to card. A lot of the cheaper ones, they're relying on the drone pairing with your telephone. And if it doesn't pair with your telephone, you've got no camera. A lot of the cheaper drones are 720 HP cameras and writing straight to your phone, so you're going to lose more quality with that setup. This is a 1080 camera and it writes straight onto the SD card. So I can pop this out and see what film I've got. The heavy on film footage. You shoot a lot of film for very little reward, but the reward that you get is fantastic. It's really, really good. So, kind of limited, but again, when you're vlogging, you're going to shoot a lot of video and you're only going to use 20%, 25%. Rest of it, you don't do anything with. So, it's a complementary camera. Weather plays a big part to it, and wind. This little drone's been remarkably steady, but when it makes small little movements, you get a chop on your video, and there's not a lot you can do with that. What else with wind and chop? Oh yes, it kind of works reverse of a camera. Now when you zoom in a camera on your telephoto lens, you obviously need a tripod to keep it steady and stop the micro kind of movements that your hand makes. When this goes right up, it's kind of the reverse effect. It's seeing a massive amount of ground, but the slightest little movement seems to amplify the chop on the ground. As I say, a gimbal mounted camera will cut that out significantly, but they're more expensive. They haven't come down to this price range. The reason I bought this drone again is it's for traveling, and whenever you travel with any piece of equipment, it comes with a little bit of a security risk. And you know, is it going to get, are you going to lose it? Is it going to get pinched? Is it going to get confiscated? That kind of stuff. And whenever you go out on a traveling trip, you're always losing bits and pieces of equipment. It just goes with the flow. So if I lose a drone at $160 or $130, for instance, it's not really a deal breaker. Yes, it's a loss, and I've got to save up for another one, but I haven't lost a Maverick Pro. Well, what are they, $2,000, something like that. So it's a compromise on cost, a compromise on quality. A lot more of these drones are coming out onto the market, and each are boasting new features. Another nice feature with the Z5 is you can angle the lens, which is fantastic for like shots of the spar over there, shots of yourself on the beach. I find that one of the best things to do with a drone is to put it up in the air, put it whatever height you want, and leave it there and just let it float, because that minimises the chop, and you're going to get some decent footage. You've got to be aware that the wind down here is different to the wind up there, so it can do all sorts of things. And there's other considerations, like here at Bridlington, it's notorious for seagulls. And I've had it a couple of times where it's been up, and seagulls are they don't like it in the air. So they don't attack it, but they make their presence known. And a couple of times you think, oh, for God's sake, please don't knock my drone out of the air. So that's kind of it. I'm just going to have a look in my book, just see if there's any other kind of notes that I've put in. Don't think there is. Oh, there is a bit of a learning curve with it, of course. So if you're going to have one of these for vlogging, then go out and test it, fly it, make sure you know what you're doing with it. Kind of goes with the thing. If you're going to do that, you're going to do the same thing with the camera. There's no point taking it on holiday or taking it onto a trip or a travel vlog and get it out of the box and you don't quite know what to do with it. Yeah, that's it. So I've had a good week testing this thing out. We've had a good couple of hours together flying across the panorama of Bridlington. And as a vlogging camera, it's no good for vlogging. As an effects camera for vlogging, it's fantastic. What's there not to like? It's small, it's compact. Yes, it starts going up in size when you start putting other things to it, but chuck one of these in your bag, they're brilliant. Yeah. And the other thing is, please subscribe to this video. And what I would love to know is if you get one of these little drones, whether it's this particular model or any other one, then please put some comments in. Let me know how you found flying it. Links to your own vlogs so I can have a look and see what ideas you've got and how you're filming your vlogs with the drone, and overall, has it been value for money adding it to your camera bag? Okay, stick those down in the comments below. Please subscribe. I'm off for lunch. See you later. Just hope it'll land on me. That way. That's not. Stop. Okay, well, I expected it to land over there, but it landed on top of me. Oh well, it likes me.